Ever wondered what a software framework is and why we need it? Well, let's dive right in and unravel the mystery. A software framework, in its simplest form, is a foundational structure. It's designed to support the development of software applications, much like a skeleton supports our body. It provides a standard way to build and deploy applications, making the life of a developer much simpler and more streamlined. Now, imagine you're building a house. You wouldn't start by creating your own bricks, would you? No, you'd utilize pre-made bricks that have been tested and proven to work. That's essentially what a software framework does. It provides you with these pre-made bricks in the form of predefined classes and functions. These classes and functions are like your toolbox, equipped to help you process input, manage hardware devices, and interact with system software. Think of it this way. If software development were a road trip, the software framework would be your vehicle, equipped with everything you need for a smooth journey, from a powerful engine to a reliable GPS. But it's more than just a collection of tools. A software framework also defines a skeleton where the application defines its own features. It's flexible and adaptable, allowing developers to build their unique features onto a basic structure, much like decorating a house once the basic structure is built. This concept may seem abstract, but it's integral to efficient and effective software development. It's like having a blueprint when you're building that house. You wouldn't just start laying bricks without a plan, right? The same goes for software development. A software framework provides this plan, this blueprint, guiding developers and helping them avoid potential pitfalls, saving time and resources in the process. In a nutshell, a software framework is your support system. It's your guiding light in the often complex world of software development, providing structure and tools to help you create your masterpiece. So, a software framework is like a support system for building a software application. And in our next segment, we'll delve into why this support system is so essential. So stay tuned. Now that we know what a software framework is, why do we need them in the first place? Well, software frameworks are a bit like the foundation and structure of a house. They give you a solid base to build on, and specific guidelines to follow so that your house doesn't collapse. Similarly, in software development, frameworks provide a structured base and set of rules for developers to follow, ensuring that the software developed is robust and reliable. One of the main reasons we use software frameworks is for time efficiency. Imagine having to start building a house from scratch every time without any pre-existing structure or guidelines to follow. It would be a time-consuming process, wouldn't it? That's exactly what software development would be like without frameworks. With a framework, however, a lot of the groundwork is already done. This allows developers to focus on the unique aspects of their software, speeding up the overall development time. Another key advantage of using software frameworks is code reusability. Frameworks often come with a lot of pre-written code that can be used across multiple projects. This prevents developers from having to reinvent the wheel for every new project. It's like having a toolbox full of tools that you can use whenever you need them, instead of having to create a new tool every time you need one. Finally, software frameworks encourage standardization in software development. They provide a set of best practices and conventions that all developers using that framework follow. This makes it easier for different developers to work on the same project, as they're all following the same rules and guidelines. It's like everyone speaking the same language. It makes communication and collaboration much smoother. In essence, software frameworks streamline the process of software development and make a programmer's life easier. They're a bit like a recipe. They give you a list of ingredients and steps to follow, ensuring that you end up with a delicious dish every time, without having to figure everything out from scratch. So why not take advantage of these ready-made recipes and make your software development process more efficient and reliable? So how do these frameworks manifest in Python, one of the most popular programming languages today? Well, Python frameworks are essentially tools that aid developers in constructing applications swiftly and efficiently. They're like the scaffolding of a building, providing a structure to support the development process, and they come packed with pre-written code that's reusable and can help you hit the ground running. They're designed to automate the solutions to common issues and reduce the amount of repetitive tasks, allowing developers to focus on application logic rather than routine elements. Python frameworks also enforce certain best practices, leading to more maintainable and reliable code. There are different types of Python frameworks, each with its own set of features and benefits. Some are full stack, meaning they provide components for handling all aspects of development, while others are micro frameworks offering simplicity and flexibility. Python frameworks, in a nutshell, are tools that simplify the process of web application development. Python boasts of several frameworks, each with its unique features. Let's explore a few. Starting off with Django, often termed as the web framework for perfectionists with deadlines. It follows the DRY principle, don't repeat yourself, promoting the reusability of code. Django is excellent for developing complex, database-driven websites with its emphasis on pluggability, reusability, and loose coupling. Next, we have Flask, a micro-web framework. Unlike Django, Flask does not provide tools or libraries. It leaves the core of the application to the developer's choice. It's minimalistic and easy to learn, making it a great choice for beginners and small-scale applications. Moving on to Pyramid, it offers flexibility and lets the developer choose the right tools for their project. It's designed to do much of the same work as Django and Flask, but is more suitable for larger applications. Pyramid shines when it comes to developing big, complex applications requiring a customizable and scalable solution. Then there is CherryPy, a minimalist, object-oriented web framework. It's a great framework for rapid development and has a built-in HTTP/HTTPS server. CherryPy allows developers to build web applications in much the same way they would build any other object-oriented Python program. Web2Py, another popular Python framework, simplifies the web application process. It comes with its own web-based IDE, which includes a code editor, debugger, and one-click deployment. Web2Py's ticketing system issues a ticket when an error occurs, making it easier to track down and fix problems. Tornado, a Python web framework and asynchronous networking library, can handle thousands of connections at the same time. This is ideal for real-time web applications. Bottle, a micro-framework similar to Flask, is single-file and easy to learn. It's ideal for small web applications and learning the basics of web development. These are just a few examples of the many Python frameworks out there, each with its own strengths and ideal use cases. With so many Python frameworks available, how does one choose the right one, you might ask? Well, let's dive into this, shall we? The choice of a Python framework is influenced by a myriad of factors, and as a developer, you'll need to consider these carefully. First and foremost, the size and scope of your project is a critical determinant. If you're building a small, simple application, a lightweight framework like Flask might be the perfect fit. It's straightforward, easy to use, and doesn't come with all the bells and whistles that you might not need. On the other hand, if you're developing a larger, more complex application, a full-fledged framework like Django could be a better choice. It's equipped with a lot of built-in features and tools that can speed up the development process and help you manage the complexity of your project. Next, consider the framework's community and support. A vibrant community can be a treasure trove of knowledge and resources. If you run into any problems or need help, you'll have a network of fellow developers to turn to. Django and Flask, for example, have large, active communities that are always ready to lend a hand. The flexibility and scalability of the framework is another important factor. You'll want a framework that can adapt to your project as it grows and changes. This is where frameworks like Pyramid excel. It's highly flexible and can be used for both small and large projects. Lastly, think about your personal preference as a developer. Do you prefer a framework that gives you a lot of control and freedom, or one that guides you with conventions and best practices? This is a personal decision that only you can make. So, as you can see, there isn't a one-size-fits-all answer. The right Python framework for you will depend on a variety of factors, including the nature of your project, the community and support around the framework, its flexibility and scalability, and your own preferences as a developer. Choosing the right Python framework largely depends on your project requirements and personal preference as a developer. And remember, the best tool is often the one you're most comfortable with and enjoy using. Happy coding! So, what impact do these Python frameworks have on the world of programming? Let's take a moment to appreciate the revolutionary role they play. Python frameworks have fundamentally reshaped the landscape of web development. They have put Python on the map as a go-to language for this domain, and for good reason. These frameworks have simplified the complex task of web development, making it more accessible and efficient. They provide a structured and standardized approach to building websites, which saves developers from reinventing the wheel for every new project. This streamlining effect has led to a surge in productivity, allowing developers to focus more on unique features and less on boilerplate code. Moreover, Python frameworks are laudably versatile. They cater to different needs, from microservices with Flask to robust web applications with Django. This versatility has widened Python's appeal, attracting a diverse range of developers. Python frameworks have indeed made a significant impact, making Python a favorite among developers for web development.